Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I want to answer a question a lot of people ask. Why does the United States always stand with Israel? In news, wars, peace talks, elections, no matter what, America keeps giving strong support. Billions of dollars, the best weapons, votes at the United Nations, and words of friendship. Today, I will explain the reasons step by step in clear, simple language. We will cover history, security needs, money that flows both ways, shared beliefs, and more. By the end, you will have the full picture. Let's begin at the very start. Picture the year 1948. World War II had just ended. 6 million Jewish people had been killed in the Holocaust. Survivors were in camps with no home to return to. On May 14, 1948, the modern State of Israel was born. The very next day, May 15th, President Harry Truman made the United States the first country in the world to officially recognize Israel as a new nation. Truman said it was the right thing to do. After so much suffering, Jewish people deserved a safe place of their own. That quick decision started one of the strongest friendships in modern history. In the 1950s and 1960s, the world was in the middle of the Cold War. The Soviet Union wanted more control over the Middle East because the region has huge amounts of oil. The United States needed strong, dependable friends who would stand against Soviet influence. Israel quickly proved to be that kind of friend. Israel fought several big wars: 1948, the War of Independence; 1956, the Suez Crisis; 1967, the Six-Day War; and 1973, the Yom Kippur War. In 1967, Israel defeated Egypt, Syria, and Jordan in only 6 days and took control of important land. After that stunning victory, American leaders saw Israel as a powerful military partner that could help protect U.S. interests without needing American troops on the ground. The 1973 Yom Kippur War was especially critical. Egypt and Syria launched a surprise attack on the Jewish holy day of Yom Kippur. Israel was caught off guard and almost lost. President Nixon and Secretary of State Henry Kissinger ordered a giant emergency airlift. Planes flew day and night carrying tanks, ammunition, and spare parts. That help allowed Israel to push back and win. American leaders believed that if Israel fell, the whole balance of power in the Middle East would shift toward the Soviet Union and toward countries that could hurt Western access to oil. So the United States stepped in strongly.
After 1973, the U.S. began giving Israel regular yearly aid. At first, it was a mix of economic help to build schools, hospitals, farms, roads, and military help. Israel used the money wisely and grew its economy very fast. By the late 1990s, Israel no longer needed much economic aid. Today, almost all the aid, about $3.8 billion every year, goes to military purposes. Now let's talk about why this partnership still makes sense for American security today. First, location. The Middle East sits on top of more than half the world's known oil reserves. It also controls important sea routes. Many governments and groups in the region do not like the United States or its values. Israel is like a strong, stable outpost right in the middle of that difficult neighborhood. It helps the U.S. keep an eye on threats. Second, intelligence. Israel has one of the best intelligence services in the world. They share a huge amount of information with the United States about terrorist groups, weapons smuggling, and plans to attack American interests. Many terror plots against Americans have been stopped because of Israeli tips. Third, technology and weapons testing. Israel invents and improves new defense systems, for example, the famous Iron Dome that shoots down short-range rockets. The United States helps pay for Iron Dome and has even bought versions of it for its own forces. Israel also tests American weapons in real combat situations and gives honest feedback that helps improve them. American companies learn from Israeli innovations in cybersecurity, drones, and medical technology. Fourth, Iran. Today, the biggest shared threat is Iran. Iran supports Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas and Islamic Jihad in Gaza, militias in Iraq and Syria, and the Houthis in Yemen. All of these groups attack Israel, and many of them also threaten American soldiers, ships, and bases. When the United States stands firmly with Israel, it sends a clear warning to Iran: aggression will have consequences. Since the terrible Hamas attack on October 7, 2023, the United States has sent even more help, over $20 billion in additional military support, aircraft carriers moved closer, fighter jets deployed, and constant diplomatic backing.
Okay, we've covered a lot already. History, wars, strategy, intelligence, and the current threats. If this explanation is helping you see the full picture and you're finding it useful or interesting, here is something simple you can do right now, in the middle of this talk. Take just 10 seconds and do these 3 quick things. 1. Hit the like button on this video. It really helps more people see this kind of clear explanation. 2. Share it with one friend or family member who might have questions about why the U.S. supports Israel. Just send them the link. 3. Subscribe or follow the channel or page if you haven't already, so you get more talks like this one in the future. Those small actions make a big difference in spreading facts and good information. Go ahead and do them now. All right, let's keep going. Another big reason is shared values. Israel is the only real democracy in the Middle East. It has free elections, an independent court system, free press, rights for women, and protections for religious minorities. These are the same things many Americans value and want to see protected. Many Americans also feel a personal and religious connection. Millions of evangelical Christians read the Bible and believe God made special promises about the land of Israel. They see supporting Israel as part of their faith. Jewish Americans care deeply because of family history, the memory of the Holocaust, and the safety of the one Jewish state. Both groups feel strongly about this friendship. Economically, the aid helps both sides. Israel must spend most of the military aid money inside the United States, buying American-made weapons. That means the money creates jobs for American workers in factories in many states. In return, Israeli companies sell high-tech products back to the United States: cybersecurity software, medical devices, farming technology. So a lot of the aid money actually comes back into the American economy and creates more opportunities.
Some people say America has its own problems. Why send so much money abroad? That is fair to ask, but the Israel aid is less than 1% of the total U.S. defense budget. And because most of it returns to American companies, the real net cost is much lower. Others ask why the U.S. doesn't stay neutral. Leaders answer that walking away from Israel would send a dangerous message to every other American ally around the world. The United States has also pushed for peace many times: Camp David, Oslo, the Abraham Accords that brought Israel closer to several Arab countries. The goal is always a strong, secure Israel living beside peaceful neighbors. To sum up, the United States supports Israel because of deep history, starting in 1948, clear strategic benefits for American security, shared democratic values, strong religious and cultural ties, economic advantages that create American jobs, and the shared fight against common enemies like Iran-backed terror groups. The relationship is not perfect, and people can disagree about details, but after more than 75 years, both countries still see real benefits. Thank you so much for listening all the way through. If this explanation helped you understand the why better, please do 3 quick things right now. 1. Like this video. 2. Share it with one friend or family member who has questions about this topic. And 3. Subscribe or follow the channel or page so you get more clear, fact-based talks like this one. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next one. The more people hear balanced explanations, the better our conversations become. God bless you. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.